Hello, one and all. It is Charlie with Mountain Man Digital back again with another video where I'm going to show you why your website sucks. So, I haven't done one of these in a minute, but I'm really stoked to help you guys out. Now, hold on a sec. This is about where it should be, but it's way too big. Let me shrinkify this boy so that we can actually see the whole website minus my beautiful smiling face. Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to do here is actually just go ahead and straight Google search a website to show you guys that even sites that are #1 record on the front page usually have a lot of issues, right? And these issues are the things that you can do better than your competition that'll help you either get that first page record if you're brand new, or actually supersede those sites for those keywords. Okay, so common issue that a lot of people have is like realtor. Let's do realtor near me. I'll give away where I'm located right now. Okay, so as you can see, we're getting actually a Google screened item right here, and I'd like to point out that these are sponsored. Okay, this is actually a sponsored spot. So these people are paying money to show up in these top 3 spots here. Okay, and that's an important distinction, right? Because if you're paying Google to show up on the front page, that's technically not search engine optimization. Okay, doesn't matter really what you're doing on your site, how things are optimized, etc. Right? That kind of plays second fiddle to how you're paying for it and the words you're trying to optimize for. So it's a little bit different, right? Now, that doesn't mean it's not important. Okay, so for instance, these 3 people here, I bet if you wanted to dig in more and do some competition research on these 3 agents, you know, if you're a realtor yourself in the St. Augustine area, I'm in St. Augustine, Florida currently, this will give you a lot of insight as to how these guys are generating their real estate leads currently. Okay, or how they generated them in the past and things they stopped doing, etc., etc. There's a lot you can learn from just taking a look at those paid ads. But remember, these are not the people you're going to be competing with. And that also goes for these ads here. Okay, once again, not the people you're competing with. Good things to look at to get a feel for the overarching marketing mix, but not what you're looking for. Okay. So now as we go down a little bit more, we have now, almost a third of the way down the page, finally found the Maps 3-pack. Okay? And this is a place where, for a lot of you, this is where you're going to be able to get your competition first, or where you're going to be able to get your first bite of the pie, okay, out of what's going on the front page for a word like realtor near me in a relatively competitive area like this. Now, as you can see here, all of these do not have a lot of reviews. So this is the easiest way for you to break into this front page area. Okay, this right here. Because the only people who really seem to be doing what they should be is this Keller Williams team right here. I bet you they have a relatively decent website. Keller Williams is a relatively big company, so good looking site. In fact, these are the ones we're going to use. Yes, that is the company we're going to use, is this Keller Williams Realty, because this is a realtor.com right here. Okay, and that's not going to help us at all, because that's a different type of company than you realtors out there. So, Keller Williams Realty is what we're going to select here. Okay, and you see we have real estate services in Northeast Florida, free home value report, etc. Okay, now that site looks okay. I'm going to dig into that a little bit here in a minute. But another good thing to look at is look at these terrible reviews on these other ones, okay? Now, you might be saying, Charlie, why do I want to look at terrible reviews? Well, if you look at terrible reviews, it'll give you an idea of stuff you probably want to avoid doing, right? And in a business like real estate, service is everything. So, fire this agent, of course, you really pay to serve ransom for my release, ring bills, fire him, yeah, you save money in case it costs me more. Even so, good riddance. Okay? There's a multitude of different things here that could kind of give you an idea of what you shouldn't do. as an agent, right? That kind of breaks people's trust. And you can look through these bad reviews and get a feel for that. You can also see he didn't respond to them, which is an easy way to make sure that your review average rating continues to tank, right? You want to show engagement, even if it's a bad review. It's beyond the scope of this video, though. So we've chosen the site we're going to look at. These guys are probably killing it. So let's go ahead and pull up our faded SpyFu report. Let's spell SpyFu right. Gotta love that SpyFu, baby. So we have selected this. We're going to go ahead and do our search on welchteam.com. And as I expected, these guys are getting a ton of traffic, right? 600 hits a month. My guess is that this site's probably bringing them in close to $100,000 a month, because real estate clients are very, very valuable. So this is exactly what I wanted to see, right? This is a good site. There's nothing wrong here, okay? But as you see, right, the words that are getting them the most traffic, right, O'Reilly's, I have a feeling that this keyword doesn't have a whole lot to do with real estate agents, right? O'Reilly and Will of the Wisp, like what does this stuff mean? I don't think that this keyword that's driving the lion's share of their traffic is actually doing a whole heck of a lot for it. Now, that's okay, right? Because you see it's the 68th rank. Doesn't really matter. But they have done some things really good, right? Like, for instance, Christina Welch, okay? That keyword, which I imagine is the main realtor here. If we go to About and go to Agents, I bet you she's in here somewhere. Yep, there's the owner. See right there. So she's the number 2 record for her own name. That, I guess, is pretty good. We could look more into that. But that's driving 32 clicks a month, right? She probably gets 1 new client a month just off of that alone. Okay, very, very powerful. And if we look at the top posts here, right, we see that actually their listings, okay, for these things are ranking very, very well. But unfortunately, it looks like this house must have sold, right? So these are the types of things you want to see, though, right? Also, we see that the number 2 most searched with 43, right, is this one right here, okay? Which is just the main page. And that's exactly what you want to see. Their main page is driving real traffic, 43 hits a month. And now as we drive down a little bit farther, right? Remember I was blown away by these SEO clicks up here, okay? We now can learn as we scroll down that the page that was driving 504 of the monthly clicks of 599, right, was this page here that's now 403'd. 403 page not found, okay? What does that tell us? That tells us that when Google recrawls this site, it's probably going to lose this spot, okay? It also tells us that if you're a realtor in St. Augustine looking to actually improve your total traffic to your site, it is emergent that you take grasp of this opportunity. Because if you're going to lose almost 90% of your site traffic due to a page that's 403'd, that will affect your site authority, okay? That basically affects how Google looks at your site, right? How much it respects it is a good way to think of it. And since that is eminently going to occur here in the next month or 2 or 3, being able to outdo these guys on their SEO would be a really easy way for you to take over this number 1 spot, okay? So the first thing you want to do, let's go back to this tab here. You want to get more reviews, okay, on your Google My Business. Fill out that Google My Business correctly. Put good pictures on it. If you're making a Facebook post for your business, post it on your Google My Business as well. Same for Instagram. Same for LinkedIn, okay? Share links to YouTube videos if you're posting them. Share links to new properties on your Google My Business listing, okay? This is a powerful way for you to show Google that you are motivated to use their platform, and they will reward you in kind all right? 2 reasons why we're doing this. Number 1, because we know that this site's authority is going to crater. So that gives us a specific opportunity to take this number 1 spot. Number 2, the people in the number 2 and number 3 spot have basically no reviews. This one has 4 and most of them are bad, probably all of them. This one has 1 5-star review, okay? So if you get 4 5-star reviews, you're already going to the number 2 spot, especially if you stack it with making posts, sharing listings, and posting pictures to that Google My Business listing, okay? Very simple, very powerful way to take control of this keyword here, all right? So that's the first step, Google My Business listing. Take it seriously, okay? The next step, okay, is as I look through this page here for residential real estate, right? I can see that the content's good, okay? They have nice, good sized chunks of text explaining stuff, right? These generic pictures of homes, though, don't really help, right? You want this to be a picture of one of your agents working in front of this home to sell it to a potential buyer. You want to have like 2 people standing next to a sign of a house that says sold next to one of your agents. And that's for 2 reasons, okay? Google likes faces. It uses facial recognition. I know, super creepy. What are you going to do? And furthermore, you can location tag these original, interesting photos, right? And you can also add accessibility text to them, okay? And what I mean by that is a multitude of descriptive items you can add to the image inside of your website. There's like little boxes for it. And that helps those who have a hard time seeing to know what these pictures are, right? There's special applets that they have. You see the accessibility actually right here for this one, right? So this will actually allow me, say keyboard navigation, screen reader, right? And so if they use something like a screen reader, okay, it will read the description of the images you add, right? And that's what we're adding, is this accessibility text that will explain who the agent is, who the clients are, the location of the home, etc. And as you can imagine, you're now putting in a very useful place, which Google loves, an agent name, a location, home sale, right? All of these words that are very, very important to letting Google know what this page on your website is about. Original photos, guys. So easy. So easy, okay? Investing kind of seems out of place, right? Real estate investing could be its own service, right? Real estate investors need real help from a realtor, and they want to hire one and work with them for a long time. That should take priority, right? And that could be another place where you could beat out this site here, okay? Now, if we go to our search homes for sale, you see that stay tuned, this page is coming soon, okay? And it looks to me like their homepage system is completely down, right? Very, very easy place for you guys to take over here as well, right? Make sure that your listings are on your site, right? Even if you're using an applet or a plugin or whatever you have to do, you want your listings on your site because you want it to show your website here / the location of the home right there, okay? Right here in the menu bar, right here in the navigation bar. That's the right term, Charlie. Because that type of information is the type of information that actually makes your site show up on Google for St. Augustine, for Port Coral, for Palm Coast, wherever you're trying to get these houses to show up. They're going to show up if they're actually on your site, okay? Very simple idea. And furthermore, what did we learn at the beginning here? These guys are losing all their traffic and a lot of site authority because this part is down. Emergent opportunity, guys. Okay, so these are some simple ways that you too can look at a number 1 guy, a number 1 site, a number 1 business that you're trying to compete with and be like, how could I ever catch them? And you can realize that there's real stuff you can do here to make it happen. All right, guys, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, give it a like. Be sure to share it with any other business owners that you think might find it useful. And I'll see you guys in the next one.